great.
Yeah, you both look great.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Yay! All right.
I
know. I want to just reach out and high five you guys.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for the love, guys.
Oh my God.
This is nerve-wracking. This whole process, you guys are veterans. Like, we need to like be coming to get some tips from y'all.
Oh, no, y'all have been so fun watching on the show. Yep. Like, we've been obsessed with y'all since the very beginning. I can't wait to meet Boom Boom one day.
Hey, we can't either.
We can't wait to meet.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's no secret that we've been big fans of y'all since first episode. I think you two really embody what The Amazing Race is all about. You worked really well together as a team. You clearly love each other. You love experiencing life together, and you really soaked up every aspect of this experience. And that's what we love when we watch Amazing Race. And so I think you both embody the spirit of the show. So welcome to the Amazing Race family.
Thank you.
Of course. With that being said, after reliving last night's episode, how are the two of you doing?
We're doing great. I'm so proud of how we race. You know, we really we were authentic. We kept our heads held high and we were positive. It wasn't just winning by any means necessary. So we're just proud of not just that we race, but how we race. And we're glad that people our positivity resonated with people, because you guys know there have been some couples that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe what is going on. So we're glad that it was positive,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, y'all were so positive, and the one thing that stands out is, Lumumba, how much you love Glenda. Y'all were just so supportive of each other, and I think that's so refreshing to see, because y'all know that is stressful. Doing the race is so stressful. Is there a moment that really stands out to y'all that was your favorite or really challenged you while you were on the race?
Plenty. Pick a spot. I'll since you talked about our relationship, the gratitude comes from, finally finding your soulmate, right? Yeah. We believe in soulmates. I didn't before. I really didn't. And then when I met Glenda, and it happened, it was like, this is special. This is a gift from God, literally. And so, when we got on the race, the toughest thing for me was how we're going to work with each other. Because I already know she's very capable and competent. She's a brilliant woman. And so it's like, okay, well, how do we complement each other and work together? And so you saw a lot of our growing pains, even though they didn't show everything. But because we had some arguments in there. They didn't show off camera, but was figuring out, okay, how do I allow her to be great and us be great together, right? So there was some back and forth about that, and that was the toughest part, was for the first time, because we're still getting to know each other as newlyweds.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think doing the race as a couple, it's such a pressure cooker. And so to be able to go through those highs and the lows, you really just learn so much about each other. I kind of want to go back to the very beginning. You guys have been fans of the show for a while, correct?
From the beginning. From the beginning. She married me, so she got, grandma in.
I love it. So how many times have you applied together, and what was the casting process like for you? Did you fill out an application? Were you contacted on social media?
This is our first time applying. Lumumba had wanted to be on The Amazing Race because he is a fan. I told him no, and I turned him down twice. I said, go with your brother, go with your cousin. I don't want to go because this is out of my comfort zone. We end up, seeing the casting opportunity on social media, and we said, you know what, let's go for it. And they liked the whole sight gag of the 7-inch height difference, the fact that we're older, newlyweds, okay, and the fact that I've been single for a long time. Oh, she's gonna boss him around like a little boy. Yeah. So I think they thought that this is gonna be interesting. So yeah. It was a long process. It's pretty involved, and rightfully so, because I'm glad that they do a very thorough review of everyone, but you know, to get that call, and we hadn't even been married a year. So we got the call like before our first wedding anniversary, and we're spending our wedding anniversary like I think the day
literally
before,
like the day before our anniversary,
leaving for the Amazing Race.
So it all happened like bam, bam, bam. You know,
it's like your second honeymoon going on the Amazing Race.
Yeah,
well, it kind of was,
basically,
but it was was not how we planned on. Like the stress, the anxiety. You know, do not
literally left the next day after our wedding anniversary.
It definitely doesn't make you feel relaxed.
No.
No.
So when you finally get the call and you're going to location to start filming the show, as a fan, what was going through your mind when Phil announced to all of you that this will be a season of firsts? There's no non-elimination legs. There's also going to be some scrambles to start things off. So what were your initial thoughts to hear those news?
So I'm different than everyone else, including my wife. I was fine with it. As a matter of fact, when they said we start off with a scramble, in my head, that gave us an opportunity to strategize in a way that somebody else wasn't going to strategize. So I actually was happier that we started off with a scramble because I felt more in control. Then when he said that there weren't going to be any like non-elimination, like every leg was going to be elimination leg, I felt good with that too. because you know, I figured, you know, if we can kind of get in, like if we can just do our best and kind of get in a groove, then maybe at some point that can play to our strength, you know, play our advantage.
Y'all did so well those first two legs of the race. Y'all came in second twice. Like that's incredible, because with 12 teams at the very beginning,
there's competition.
I mean, that's hard to do. Y'all did so good.
As you went through the race, what was your favorite destination that you can see yourself potentially going back to as a couple?
Austria, absolutely, hands down. It was so beautiful. Just driving up and seeing the mountains. So beautiful. Definitely Austria.
The Alps, the rivers, the city of Innsbruck, you know, and the palaces that were there. It was just, you know, it was beautiful, like my wife said. It was a very family-oriented place too, so I could see us bringing Boom Boom there and taking the rest of our family.
He's been saying that since we left Austria.
Well, that would be so fun.
So in France, there was a little bit of an issue with the car getting into a ditch. How far behind did that ultimately put you? Do you know?
Oh, probably well over an hour. Well, we were already 45 minutes, but the grandma on the tractor came through really quickly.
Granny.
That was like so good.
Like where did she come from? She appeared out of nowhere.
It was super fast. There's no AAA in America that can compete with grandma on the tractor.
Tractor Granny coming through.
Tractor Granny.
Seriously, I mean, the fact that we were able to, first of all, that we didn't get hurt, because it was really scary.
Very scary.
That we didn't completely flip over. We didn't, you know, like the car wasn't damaged, and we could get back and race again. Like to actually finish the race was huge, because we thought we were just completely out. Or it was going to take us hours, and they were just going to be like, oh, just go ahead and finish for fun. But we, you know.
But Tractor Granny.
Yeah.
Tractor Granny.
So we started that leg not expecting to go home. We're like, listen, and you guys know, like the Amazing Race, you just never know. There's so many variables. People lose their passport and get out. People get lost, drive to another country by mistake. Like so many things happen. So we just kept the mindset of, listen, we're not out until Phil says we're out. So you just never know. We had no idea that Aubrey and David were having direction challenges. We never,
or that the brothers, you know, left the keys somewhere, or you know, so you know, we were just completely focused on, you know, after our safety, we were like, okay, well, we're still racing. Let's stay focused.
Is there something after watching the past 6 episodes, is there something that surprised you while watching? Not necessarily for the two of you, but like another team. You mentioned not knowing about the keys, not knowing that people were getting lost. Is there something that really shocked you watching the show back?
That really shocked us.
Well, I'll say just as far as I thought that we would learn, you know, much more about them, and we would see a little bit more of different stories behind some of the teams. So because we were watching this season, because as you know, you don't spend a whole lot of time with the other teams. And so we were watching the season hoping to get to know more about them.
Right.
And so I think that was one big thing that stood out for me. I know it wasn't exactly, you know,
yeah, I agree. I expected like more story development, because at the end of the day, the Amazing Race is a relationship show, right? It's not just a travel show where people are doing tasks and going to different countries. Like it's a relationship show. So we were expecting to see more relationship dynamic like things to like unfold. And we were surprised that the edits were so quick and like just like task oriented a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there something that, speaking of relationship, is there something that you've learned about each other from the experience?
Definitely. What did I learn about you? I learned a lot about you. Lumumba is so good at, he's very methodical, and I'm very take charge, action, let's get it done. But on the Amazing Race, like for me, I'm turn by turn direction. Like, so I'm like, get somebody's phone and do turn by turn. That doesn't work in another country when you need to understand like the roads and you don't speak the language. So the fact that he's so good at maps, I didn't know he was as good on maps until the Amazing Race. I didn't know how he like navigated until the Amazing Race. So I learned to trust my husband definitely a lot more, to not feel like I have to be in control as much. So used to being in control, being an older wife. So I think it definitely helped me trust my husband more, feel like less that I have to be in control, and to like relax and enjoy life, because I felt like I just put too much pressure on both of us.
Yeah. And I learned to listen to my wife, right? Because the entire reason why Lumumba and Glenda came in almost last on the Mega Leg is because Lumumba did not allow Glenda to read the clue. Lumumba read the clue. Glenda asked to read the clue. Yeah. She said, "Let me read the clue." I said, "No, let's just go." Because
just follow me. Just follow
me.
You don't have to be in control.
No, I didn't say that. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So, I don't even remember. I was like, because I guess at that point, you know, I was tired. So I was like, let's just go. Just trust me. Let's just go. It took us on a 30-minute journey on foot. When in that moment, if I just listened to my wife, we would have been, you know, still in you know, at the beginning, at the head of the group.
That sounds all too familiar. I get it. You didn't listen to me.
That happened to us once.
But I love hearing that. I mean, you guys, this was an amazing experience for the two of you to share together. It was wonderful to watch unfold, just to see your journey together on the show. But I ask everyone this once they're done with the show. And I know, Glenda, you were a little apprehensive at first to even apply and do this.
Yeah.
Would you ever do the show again if they called you tomorrow?
Tell the truth. Now, for me, the answer would be yes. So, you know, that's because, you know, I'm like, you know, but I also have to realize, listen, we're in our 40s and we are having a baby, like, you know, like we're working on having a child, our first child. So knowing the seriousness of that, you know, that's the only pause is that if Boom Boom was not already if he was already here, it might be a different story. But with Boom Boom not being here, the only thing I'm focused on is Boom Boom.
Yeah. So to answer your question, for me, if they called me tomorrow, it would be no. But if Boom Boom is here, then it's possible. Possible.
Yeah. But we're still like decompressing. You guys know you get a little PTSD when you're on the Amazing Race. So you got to kind of take a minute, you know.
It's weird to watch back after.
Yeah, especially after watch. I mean, y'all just watched the episode yesterday, and now like having to talk about it all again. Like, I'm sure that it's just so overwhelming, and just enjoy it, y'all. Again, we're so fabulous to watch on the show. We loved watching the two of you. It's so nice.
We love watching you guys. I mean, like the Amazing Race, you guys know.
Very inspirational.
Yeah.
And man, like
thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's a whole new world. So
Yeah.
we're excited. We have a new family.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Of
and
course.
you know, and for people who just want to know more, we're chronicling our journey on robertsfamily365.com. You know, we're going to be sharing about our baby journey. We're sharing about how to find, you know, soulmates, and just all the things that we made mistakes with, just to hopefully help other people, because we've gotten that question a lot. What is it that makes you guys work? You know, listen, we wouldn't be who we are without our faith and without the experiences that we've had. So we want to share that with people too. So
Love that. Well,
It
thank you
was
for
so
your
nice
time.
to
Thank you
talk
for
to you.
chatting with us.
Guys, what a nice treat.
all right, great to see you guys.
Love
Good
to.
to hear.